Thank you so much for joining us. My first question to
Yes.
you, there's so much happening in Guwahati now. The city has,
Yes.
as a lot of people say, has become a crime hub now. So with the
Yes.
double murder coming up, there was a perception that, a woman can never get involved with a heinous crime or a heinous murder, though that woman is still not found guilty. But how do you see this entire story unfolding, and why do you think the crime among women is also on the rise?
Thank you so much, Patana, for giving me this opportunity. Also, I can say that this is also an opportunity to talk about the mental health. And yes, for the last couple of days, we have been seeing this, that in the television about this double mother, and a lot of things has been involved into these things, and particularly people are also talking about the mental health. People are also talking about the person's personality, etc., etc. So from my point of view is that yes, what you have said, that Guwahati is becomes a hub for this kind of murder or this kind of news, and not only this only the murder, but you can see a lot of antisocial activities is going around nowadays, and which we have never seen in our life, because you know very well that I am also born and brought up in Guwahati, and I have never seen this type of incidents happen in Guwahati.
Yes.
And but over the period of time, a lot of things have been happening, and basically, I have noticed after the lockdown, after the pandemic, the situation has become more worse. During that time, most of the people, they have lost many things. They're financially, they have lost many things, and emotionally, psychologically, a lot of things happen during that period of time. And now, when we talk about those kind of things, it's so easy for individuals to do certain crimes. If you're not liking me, I will just, kill you, like that. So things becomes like that, and you never know that who is your enemy. That is the biggest question. I keep on seeing those kind of news, that why people are doing this kind of activities and this kind of crime. It is not that easy. It's not that only the women are being involving, men are also involving, but we talk a lot about men. But of late, somebody has asked the questions to our chief of our police officer, that have you noticed that female are more prone into this kind of activities.
Yes.
But he was also not sure. But after that, I have seen 2-3 incidents has happened, and which is that only the women are being involved into this kind of crime. So it could be like that, if I can place it like that, that there is so much of desperation, like within the female. If you see that, they want to compare themselves with the, society. They want to show that, yes, I am also equivalent to you. So to do all these factors, you need money, right?
Yes.
And if you need money, then because Guwahati is happening now, no? It's like a happening, so-called happening city.
Yes,
now.
a happening city, yes.
Yes, happening city.
You mean to say people are looking for more and more luxury, very materialistic?
Yes, more and more luxury, yes. And, luxury, and, okay, you have a car, why can't I have a car? You have a Mercedes, why can't I have a Mercedes? It's becomes like that. I've been seeing, I've been observing people like that. So, it becomes not only for the female, it's for the male also like that. So females are like this competition, the changes over the period of time. I have noticed a lot of changes have come among the women. If you also can notice these things, if you can see the dress, if you can see, lot of, the way they carry on themselves. I have noticed this thing. I don't know. I remember one day I had asked one of my colleagues that, nowadays you look so good, you're wearing so nice dresses and, nice matching things. Then she was telling me one thing that, oh, by the way, you don't know. Have you been noticed that people are nowadays so well dressed? That is that just clicked hit in my mind that why did she say it like that? And because I never noticed people like, wearing some good dress or, the matching kind of thing. So, but next day, I have started looking around. Like, yes, I have not seen a bad dressed people, bad dressed women. Like, not well dressed. Like, everybody is well dressed. Everybody is as per, whatever is the requirement for the, in the society. So then I noticed this, and then from where these people are getting money? The number question is that, where these people are getting money? Because the thing is, no? So they also want to do all this, they also want to themselves to match in the society. So obviously, sitting at home, you have got limited money. So they started doing. We have seen them in news also, that honey trapping or all those kind of factories happening nowadays. So this kind of making money, and it is also, I have noticed that if a person is coming from a remote place, and they are being staying in city life, in the city, and they are getting influenced. They are getting influenced by the other person, and the other person also that person also makes the other person to get influenced by her, and she also started doing the same thing. Because sitting in my OPD, I get to know lot of people like that. So these could be one of the reasons that influence easy money and and to match themselves as per their requirement. Did you notice those things? That lot of gyms are also there. Gym.
Okay.
And, that gym. If you take the that lady, I think that lady, that recent double murder, the crime person, she's also teaching, she's also an instructor or something like that.
Yes, she's a fitness instructor. Yes, she's a fitness instructor. That's
So,
what we've learned.
Just see her background. We have seen in the TV, television, that about what type of background she has been coming from.
Yes.
So, gym is not that so cheap things. Like, you need money, right?
Yes.
You need money to get all those stuff. You need to have, you have to play. You have to show yourself that yes, that you are the person, and then only people will come to you, right?
Absolutely.
So these things, I think lot of requirement, lot of economical things more than the psychological things. Economical things are things, economical needs.
I wanted to point out another factor. I think children are more prone. They're very sensitive. And when they get to see such visuals on television or get to hear so much about double murder or any other crime that's happening in Guwahati, so how will a guardian or a parent save her child from such kind of save her child from listening to such kind of discussion or witnessing such kind of visuals, very disturbing visuals on a television or on a mobile phone?
See, this is a very good question you have asked. Like, in the television, they are being, that news channels are showing those kind of things quite frequently. And whenever you switch on the TV, you will see these things. But I think this affects a lot, not only with the children, but any people will get, that will affect any people. So the children, and I, from your platform only, I request the media person, people also, to stop saying so much of gruesome murder and all the kind of, negative news. These are all negative news, right? You see those things and you don't get anything out of that news. Right? You will get, that if an individual has got this kind of instinct in his personality, in his or her personality, and that will provoke, that kind of things will provoke. And they will, they will be more into those things. If a child also having this antisocial behavior, like suppose, they do antisocial behavior, children, adolescents, if they have got that kind of instinct, they will tend to do those kind of activities. So that they have to, how you are going to control it? You cannot switch off the TV, but the thing is, you cannot make the child don't watch this. This is bad. This type of news you should not watch. But doing more than nothing. I think that news channels should stop showing this kind of, the negative news. Yes, they can see only once. Repeatedly, repeated
Yes.
things. I have noticed this. Repeated things will impact in anyone, in the mindset.
Especially the children. Especially the children.
Especially the children. Yes, the children. And what they will see in the mobile phone also repeatedly, these things is going to come. So it's very difficult, it's very tough for the parents also to, they control the children. So more than doing this thing, the media people should, stop showing this kind of negative news frequently. And there should be one particular time where they can show this kind of news only. But repeated news will really affect the children's mind. And, by how you have asked me that how we can manage those things with the children.
Yes.
The children, first of all, I will tell you, don't allow them to watch the TV. Make them to do some activities, activities like, there are so many things that, craft work, there are so many things they can do, the creative things my teacher watching. Because earlier we used to see that idiot box, no? TV is an idiot box.
Yes.
Now
Television was always called the idiot box.
Yes. I think now the mobile phone is also becomes I don't know what we will call it. Is an idiot box or whatever it is. But this is also a gadget which is also affecting a lot in individuals' mind. I will not mention that only the children. It affects in everyone's mind.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nimi Borgohain, for giving us those insights, and I really appreciate you giving us your valuable time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.